Reverend Lewis Gates is a Casadega medium, healer, and teacher, and is a long-term resident of the Casadega Spiritualist Camp. I can't talk today. In addition to his private sittings and remote sessions with clients, Reverend Lewis speaks for groups and churches and teaches a variety of classes and workshops in mediumship and healing. Please join me in welcoming Reverend Lewis Gates to the podium.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I thought today I would talk a little bit about natural law. But I make it fun, because sometimes it's a little dry when we talk about natural law. But we're going to talk about what natural law has to do with phenomena, how it produces the vibration of phenomena. There are certain laws that affect phenomena when you're actually doing or working with spirit. So we're going to go over a couple of them. The first one is the law of vibration. That kind of is the same law that has a strong connection to mediumship. The medium has to raise the vibration of themselves to meet spirit. Spirit comes down to meet the medium at a level. So we have to raise our vibration, have to bring it to a higher level to connect to the spirit world. Same thing with the medium has to do that, to raise the vibration, but also has to raise the vibration in the space, and the vibration you're doing it in. So it all counteracts. If you put things in the space that you're trying to connect to spirit with, that do not have a higher vibration, has an awful hard time you trying to affect spirit or to bring spirit into the vibration that you want them. They don't come at your beck and call. They have a little attitude sometimes, but they will show up, and the energy is right within the space. So you have to raise the vibration, put things. I love it when people do their rooms and they have their meditative space and they're just doing all this beautiful stuff. They have every stone in the world in there. My God, they have picked up stuff on every road, every place that they go. So now the whole energy is kind of scattered in the whole space. But now you got everything in there. Everything but the kitchen sink. So now, if you keep the space in your vibration and place in there stones or situations that you have in that space that radiate at the same vibration. Stones radiate different vibrational rates. So try to find the stones that radiate with that certain vibration so it keeps the energy settled, balanced within that energy field. Don't keep changing the vibration of where you are. Don't say, oh, I don't like that chair, I don't like that chair, oh, I don't like that lamp. In and out, in and out. So try to keep the space settled, at least for 8 weeks. When I used to do seances out here with my mom in Orlando and through most of the other spiritualist camps, we always used to meet for 8 weeks. 8 weeks was a time period. You sat, you gave it a time period, no more than 20 minutes to connect to spirit. But you made the appointment with them. And after 8 weeks, you get to change it up a little bit. But 8 weeks, it should stay the same. Meditate at 7 o'clock at night, then you meditate the next day at 7 o'clock at night. Keep it at that balance, that vibrational rate. So it works. If you're holding a seance, if you're doing something and you're having a group, you set the group. It takes 8 weeks, and not the presenter does not bring new people into the group. The group decides who enters the group, not the presenter. We work as a unit. You have other people in the space with you, you're working as a unit. Everything in the space works as a unit for you. Remember that when you're in a space. Law of cause and effect. Mediumship is not random. It is controllable, repeatable process. Physical phenomenon manifestations require specific energy input from the medium and centers. It means if you come to a seance and you're sitting in a seance, that we expect you to be there next week. Because if you are not there next week, then the circle is broken. We have to rebuild it. Then you think, oh, all kinds. I'll give you a little note. We had a seance here in the room back here in the seance room. First couple of nights, not a lot of stuff was happening. First couple of times people were being dead. Third time, people brought their purses into the room. Spirit put money in their purses. Some people walked out of the room with $100 in their purses. I didn't put it there. But they walked out with money. Then people that were not in this thing decided that we should come now because there's money being brought. So they decided to come back. But that disrupted the whole circle again because now we had to rebuild it and reset it again. So cause and effect, what you place into it, what do you do? And people should be on the same wavelength. If you're looking for something, don't have other people in the room looking for something else. Kind of be on the same wavelength, connecting to spirit. What are you looking for? I love it when people have phones, and they have this, and they have that, and they have trumpet, they have everything in the world in a room, thinking spirit's going to move everything. But focus should be a focus. You do trumpet mediumship, then do trumpet mediumship. You do slates, do slates. You're going to do electronic communication. Whatever you focus your intent on. If you're doing it by yourself, then have a focus of what you're looking for. That doesn't scatter the energy, doesn't scatter the vibrational energy in your auric field. Focus your intent on what you're looking for. Don't have 25 things floating around the room and thinking spirit's going to pick them all up. Focus on the vibration. The law of correspondence, as within, so without. The energetic state of the seance room, atmosphere, mental state of sitters dictates the quality of the physical phenomenon. Please do not invite a lot of crazy people into your seance. The energy gets a little scattered very quickly. Or if people are just wanting to do it for fun, it's just a hoot. Working with spirit is very serious. It's a connection. When a medium works with spirit, it's a very strong connection with spirit. Where you do it very reverently, but it's a connection. Even when you're meditating or doing it on your own, you should be doing it because you are doing it very powerful in your being. Not for fun. You're here to connect, to speak to them. Well, there are a lot of spirits on the other side. They have a sense of humor. So don't attract all of them. As I said, don't attract all the people over there that don't really have your highest and best intention for you. Stay for your highest and best. The law of attraction, the law of correspondence. Next one, the law of attraction, the vibrational matching. Energy attracts to separate energy. So everybody should be on the same page in the room. Law of attraction. What are you attracting? I always have people, I tell people, what do you really want? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I love what I don't want anything. What do you really want? What do you really need in your life? You want help? Ask for that. Want prosperity in life? Ask for that. What do you need in your life? What are you precisely looking for? You should sit quietly in your vibration and ask yourself, what are your first thought, first impression? What's your first thought? What's your first intuition of what you would want in your life? What do you need? I always tell people, write down what you need on a piece of paper. Fold them up so you can't see it. Put them in a basket. Shake the basket up. Hold the basket. Hold the thing. And ask yourself, it's just highly beneficial for me. If your first thought is, no, I don't like that. Look at it. Take that out of your vocabulary. You don't need that right now. Keep till you get the ones that you feel good with. I feel comfortable with this. Find things you're comfortable with. Don't ask for everyone else. It's like an airplane. Put the mask on yourself first before you go save others. Don't put masks on everybody else and you're passed out and nobody can save you. Put your mask on first. Do that first. Before you start saving everyone else. If you're all crippled and you can't do anything, then how are you going to be good for others? What do you need for you to make this life very comfortable for you? I had a cute thing. I had a client not too long ago, a little while ago, and her daughters came in. She came in first, and she said, "Oh, Louis, I have to be healthy for my kids. My kids should love me. They think I'm just better than sliced bread. I'm great." So she leaves, the two daughters come in. First thing out of their mouth said they want to know when mom's going to die so they can cash in the life insurance. I wouldn't be asking for the kids. If kids didn't have your highest and best in motion, dear. So ask for you. Ask for your connection when you're doing that law of attraction in your life. It was always the thing we had a secret many years ago. There was the law of attraction. Everybody wanted to do that. The law of attraction has a lot of laws that go with it. The law of gratitude, the law of love, laws of cause and effect. A lot of other laws have to come and play and line up with the law of attraction for that to happen. Everybody was looking at the law of attraction without looking at the other laws that come into effect when you put that in effect. So when you're looking at this, there's a lot of other laws have to come into effect first. If you're married, you still have that other individual that's following you on the path. You might be dragging them, you might be pushing them, or you might be carrying them. Either or, they're on the path with you. So their thoughts, their vibrations are going to affect your forward motion. They will. The law of conservation and transmutation of energy. Physical mediumship requires a high amount of physical energy, often called ectoplasm, which manifests objects or sounds that is borrowed from the medium and the sitters. Ectoplasm is pulled from circle. First night might not be a first time, but after you're doing it for a little bit, all of a sudden it starts to find its motion. And you start to have ectoplasm, a lot of ectoplasm in space. That's why mediums do it in a red light, so it doesn't dissipate the ectoplasm. Doesn't dissipate it. So ectoplasm is pulled from the medium, pulled from the sitters, it's pulled from the room, pulled from the chairs, pulled from the room. So when you have a lot of ectoplasm, it actually manifests, spirit can manifest within the room. I've done a lot of events where spirits are struck out of the ceiling, walked around the room, played instruments, and you could see them. You could see them walking through the space. So the question is spirit will manifest in the space. They will transmute themselves there into that space for you. But they don't do it just for fun. They do it to prove the existence of spirit. Not to have to run through the room and leave. They're there for a reason. If they're going to show up. So, kind of, when you're at home and you see something in the corner of your eye, you see something, don't go really quick and move your head too quickly. You dissipate the vibration too quickly. Move your head slowly and look at it. You move too quickly, you'll dissipate. Move slowly to look at it. You might find out that the thing will still be there when you look at it. Unless you're alone and someone's breaking the glass and they're breaking in, then look quick. Look quickly. The key principles of physical mediumship are ectoplasm, harmonious circle, purposeful evidence. Purposeful evidence means that it's everybody in the room kind of feels it or sees it. One person yelling Abraham Lincoln's in the room and nobody else sees Abraham Lincoln. Probably not it. It is not the vibration. People should see it. Should have a strong connection to it. When we were on board ship, me and Marie, we were on board ship. We had did a large trumpet seance on board a large cruise ship. We had like 300 people in the room with us. And I had a trumpet in the center of the room. And I told everybody, I said, do not leave the room. Once it starts, do not leave. When the room was dark and the trumpet came off the floor, and hundreds of purple butterflies flew around the room. Somebody in the back room got scared, tossed the door open. The trumpet fell to the floor, and that was the end of it. Well, people didn't talk to her for the rest of the cruise, but they were very upset. She opened the door. So, when you're in a room, try not to focus your intent. There are usually lights going on. There's different things happening within the space. There's different things happening that you will see. Spirit lights, different things going on in this space. Not just the trumpet moving or something moving, it takes it from the space. It takes it from they'll show you. The law of harmony. Success in physical phenomena often requires a state of passivity or harmony among sitters to allow spirit energy to work without resistance. Don't be all tense. Spirit's not going to grab you and take you to the spirit world. If they do, well, you've gone home. God bless. People will find your body. Don't worry about it. The question is people get too worried, like, ooh, what are we attracting? If it's a cycle that you're only attracting your highest and best, law of attraction, you're not going to attract something that's going to throw you off balance. If you're thinking that, oh, we're going to go get something. Ooh, really? I had a lady not long ago, she wanted me to clear her energy. Clear her energy. She went up to Boston, laid on a grave of a mass murderer, wanted to conjure his spirit into her body. She thought she caught something. You think? You think so? Remember, if you're going to some event, and you're entering the space, and your first thought is, oh, this is not good, walk away. If your first thought is your guides are going, please don't go, and you go anyway, Spirit goes, oh, we warned you. We told you. So you have to realize that Spirit will work with you. First thought, first impression. You see that's what it is. First thought. What's your first thought about vibration? When you go to Sail Asylum, everybody there's got killed, and you want to walk in that Sail Asylum? God bless you. A cute story was, a lady told me years ago, she said, Louis, you need to come to my house. I said, what? She said, I have a kid in my house, a spirit child, and he's got a knife. And he's trying to cut me. I want you to come over and get him. And I thought to myself, he's at your house and not mine. Why should I go there? Why should I go? Bring him with me. You got him. You cleared him. You brought him home with you. People will do that in life. They'll think they attract something. I think that has a lot to do with religion. We are a conglomerate of all the things that we were taught. Whether we're Baptist, Presbyterian, Catholics. You know, spiritualists are just a bunch of Reformed Catholics. That's all we are. We just come with our holy water and our saints and everything else and our angels, and then we come. So that's what we are. We're a conglomerate of everything that we were taught when we were a kid. We don't lose it. We don't just become spiritualists and go, well, we're not that anymore. We're a little bit of Presbyterian, a little bit of Christian, a little bit of Methodist. Where is it? We have that vibration within us. That's what spiritualism is. It's a conglomerate of every religion. Every religion became part of spiritualism. There was no spiritualism before it came into play. There was every other religion, and every other religion came into spiritualism. So that's what made spiritualism. It was a conglomerate of a lot of religions. That's why we accept all religions. All religions have an effect in spiritualism. That's why when you deal with spirit, you deal with the spirit world. You're just not going to deal with people that are Catholic. You're going to deal with other people. Other people will arrive in a mix. So you have to realize that you have to be open, but be cautious of what you're attracting. Be cautious. Understand that what you're putting in motion is what you will attract in your vibration. If you allow yourself to go somewhere else, do that. But I've been doing seances most of my life. I was an bassinet in my first seance. My mother carried me in. I was a baby in my first seance. So I've always been in seances. I've always watched spirit manifest things in the spirit world. I've seen a lot of figures, a lot of people that, God bless them. But I've seen some really genuine people do the work. And you have to realize that if you're going to fake it, then Spirit's not going to be happy with you. So they won't come. They won't play with you. They won't come play. Think of your life right now as you're the neighborhood child. You've gone to the neighbor's house and want the kid to come out and play. But if you're mean to the kid, mother's not going to let the kid come out of the house. If you're not good with Spirit, Spirit will not let them come out of the house. Then you're stuck. So, treat Spirit with respect. Understand that you are that vessel. There's nobody in this world like you. For some, for a couple of you here, that's probably a good thing. But there's nobody else like you. Nobody ever else will exist like you. Nobody will enter this earth plane like you. And I always tell people that when you speak to Spirit, speak out loud. Don't just do it in your head. Speak out loud. In the beginning, there was sound. If you speak out loud, there's nobody on this earth plane that has the same voice as you. Nobody. People on the path ahead of you, people that are venturing out ahead of you to help you, will stop to hear your voice. They will stop. So speak out to them. Tell them what you want. Tell them. Explain to them. Don't be afraid to talk to them. Explain to them what you're looking for. You want your mediumship to get better? Better connection? Ask them for that. Better health? Ask them for that. You want money in your life? Ask them for that. What do you need? People get so entwined. We just cleaned the house up in Maine. A little bit of a hoarding house. God bless her little heart. A little bit of hoarding. God bless. Now, when I see a hoarding house, we got home from Maine, we just want to walk around the house and throw things out like, whoo, throw it out, give it up. Let's don't hoard. The question is, if you don't need it, you don't use it, gift it. Clear a space for Spirit to put something else. No sense in hoarding it and keeping it, nobody else seeing it. You can't put it on a shelf, can't look at it, can't touch it, you don't need it. Remember that. Remember that. That's the same with relatives too. You can't see them, don't know who they are, no sense of waiting. I tell people, a bunch of relatives in your life are just drive-bys. Keep your windows up, keep your doors locked, and drive by and wait. And wish them well, if that's who they are. But remember, with seances, there are this whole thing of you finding your space. Some of you will go home today and you probably won't tell anybody you probably came to a spiritualist church. Probably on your own, maybe you live by yourself. Find yourself a space in your home that you can just do your spiritual work. Sit there. Give it 20 minutes. If nothing happens, don't worry about it. Next day, go sit again. Give it another 20 minutes. Until Spirit starts to know that you're sitting. That law of attraction that will attract them into the vibration. It will attract them there. So start that attracting of Spirit in your vibration. If you already have Spirit there, then control them. Don't let Spirit go crazy in your life. Don't let them wake you up at 1 o'clock in the morning and say, get up. You know what that? Don't let them control your life. They're there to help, not control your vibration. Not there to disrupt your home either. They start knocking pictures off my wall in my house, they have to leave. My other guy to my house will make them leave. You have guides, you have protectors that will protect you from any energy that enters your home. Unless you decide that you like them, you want them there, then Spirit will leave them there. But if you don't, they will move them along. I'll finish here with where we lived before we moved over to Canada, we lived in Deltona. And some Spanish people moved in next door. And in the middle of the night, we had all these Spanish people in our house talking. And I just got real loud and said, "Dudley, you're at the wrong house. You need to go next door." Next door, the lights were out. As soon as I said that, every light in that house went on. I said, "Well, they found their home. They're next door now." So when you're living in your house and people are there, say, "Well, just go next door. Wait a while." Wished them well next door. They got up, me and Marie went back to sleep. So remember, you can control the vibration. As what you think, what you attract, the cause and effect, the law of vibration, all of these laws can affect. All of them. Every natural law does not change. It stays that. You can't change a natural law because you'd like it to be something different. It is what it is. So just figure out which one you want. What are you looking for in your life? And Spirit will reward you. They will reward you in your life with blessings and people on the path listening to you and gearing the path for you the best way they know how to get you exactly to where you need to be. And I want to thank you.
Thank you, Louis. I have about 3 relatives left.